I'm Margaret Brennan in Washington. On this final weekend of the year on Face the Nation, it wouldn't be 2020 without last-minute breaking news, and there's a lot of it today. First, that early Christmas morning explosion that rocked the city of Nashville. We'll talk with the mayor of Nashville, John Cooper. Former FBI Assistant Director for Counterintelligence, Frank Figliuzzi, will also be with us. Then an update on the biggest story of the year, the COVID-19 pandemic. More than 1 million Americans have been vaccinated so far as coronavirus cases, deaths, and hospitalizations continue to climb dramatically. The governor of California says his state could see, quote, a surge on top of surge on top of a surge in the next 2 months, as millions of Americans ignore CDC recommendations to stay home this holiday season. We'll talk with former FDA Commissioner Dr. Scott Gottlieb. That massive aid bill negotiated by Congress and the administration has been torpedoed by the president. His refusal to sign is putting a staggering amount of financial aid in jeopardy, just as struggling Americans need it the most. In these final weeks of the Trump administration, ironically, it's Democrats who are in agreement with Mr. Trump on his demand for additional payments, which has split the president from most Republicans. One thing Americans are not divided on: 2020 will go down in history as one of the worst years ever, at least in our lifetime. With political and racial divisions plaguing our society, what can be done to unite the country? We'll have a discussion on race, leadership, and moving forward with our holiday book panel. We'll talk with Pulitzer Prize-winning author and journalist Isabel Wilkerson. Her new book is Cast: The Origins of Our Discontents. His Truth is Marching On. John Lewis and the Power of Hope is the latest from presidential historian John Meacham. Susan Glasser, writer for The New Yorker, and her husband, chief White House correspondent for The New York Times, Peter Baker, wrote The Man Who Ran Washington, The Life and Times of James A. Baker III. Plus, we'll talk with 2 Midwest governors, Michigan Democrat Gretchen Whitmer and Ohio Republican Mike DeWine. It's all just ahead on Face the Nation.